you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Boudreaux, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. There's a blue dot family in the USA and all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, baby? It is. The microphone is too far away.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
We are greatly prepared, I promise you.
Aren't we, Gil? I am sorry we are late. We have our reasons, and I'll explain them in just a minute. Anyway, baby, it's Thursday, and it's time for a family meeting. I'm glad to see everybody showing up here. First one to jump in was Stephanie Dean, and I wonder if her friend Jody Thompson is with her. They're kind of sequestered. They're in the motel room. They're under quarantine, so Stephanie Dean and her friend have been throwing parties every night, from what I understand. You know, just whooping it up all over the place. Jay Clayton, you ought to see it. It's just she's posting pictures. It's just no, she ain't. No, she ain't. Anyway, Stephanie Dean is here. Joy Peters is here. Oddly Wired, which I don't think she's that oddly wired, but she's here. Dahlia D. It's showtime, baby, is in the room. Martha Oliveira, Debbie Marie, Gabby Mueller, Maria Betancourt, Dorothy Tyndall. I know Randy Curvin's in the house, baby. I know Gary Atkins is in here. Miss Nomad is here. Buddy Davis, how you doing, buddy? What did he write there? It just says it right there in the chat. Anyway, Jane Hansen is here. Keith Thompson all the way up Minnesota, Minneapolis. I hope everybody's doing a fine day of it. A lot of news today. A lot of news that I'm sure that we're going to talk about. Anyway, the reason that we're delayed, and I really hate myself because we were so excited, I did not take a picture of this thing when I opened the box, but I will indeed take a picture. Something magically appeared in the mail today.
It's more than magic because...
It's more than magic.
Here's the weird thing. Me and Dad were literally talking about this morning. And it freaked me. I thought it was a joke. I thought he was in on this.
No, because we were talking because I saw a story saying that the stimulus money would start coming out within a few days. They're going to start cranking out money to people. And so I'm thinking, well, we need, what we discussed the other day. I was going to go try to get a computer and...
Well, you can't really see what's going on over here. But under this monitor, there's a box. And that box is a computer. Someone shipped...
Somebody. And there's no name on it. We don't know who it was.
So Travis's job just got 10 times easier. I'm going to spend the weekend...
Buddy Davis is pushing it. He said it twice.
Oh, did he say it twice?
He said it again.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I'm pretty sure it's what we all say on the show.
Did he say fuck Trump?
I guess he did.
I think he said fuck Trump.
Give him a bong.
Okay.
Gong.
Where's my gong? Buddy Davis says it, so we get the show started correctly.
By Sunday, we should have this up and running. Me and Dad ran some tests on it, make sure, came in clean, which I always like. I like a computer with nothing on it.
Nothing on it. No.
It was an easy thing to set up. So it's currently not being used right now because we didn't have the time to strip everything down off of this.
It's hooked up to that monitor.
Yeah.
But it is not. It's not in the show right now.
But it's going to be by next show. So Whoever that was.
Whoever sent this, please speak up. We'd like to
properly
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And yeah, especially me, because are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm
living?
fine. I just need
You're gonna be
a shot
gonna be
of
alive?
whiskey, I guess.
No, but for real though, this is gonna make so many things so much easier, make the show much easier, and Dad will have this over there to do what he needs to.
This opens up a lot of
Yeah.
things, because once we get everything switched over to that computer, that Mac becomes mine, and then I can just take my little butt down to the shop anytime I want, and when I really feel like yelling in my natural habitat where I used to be.
Yeah, the idea is we're going to use the PC to keep the entire show hooked up together up here in the house where we do the live streams. Dad can use the laptop during the live streams for his own bits of information to keep
Right.
track of everything, so I'm not hogging the
Right.
machine myself, but Dad can also take it on the go, whether it's in the shop or at Maestro's or wherever, and he can do a stream with this thing without interrupting the complicated setup we have up here. So, yeah, things are about to get good, y'all. At least on the show-wise and all that other shit.
I'm out of Corona. Michelle, I'm out of Corona. I got to go to the store. She asked me, John, do you have Corona? Nope. Drank my last bottle on the last show, so I got to go to the store before tomorrow because I'm out of beer. So no beer. But
Well,
Friday
to be
we got
fair, there's other supplements over there for your beer in Bud Friday. I wouldn't say going to the grocery store at
Yes,
this time
there
is important.
Yes, there is.
You know what I mean.
Yes, there is. So, what's going on today? Well, there's a lot going on. The virus, the plague here in the world is getting worse here in the country. It's flattening out in some areas, they say, but the death count is rising constantly, and it's scary. It's heartbreaking. Anybody in the military, anybody that went into the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, it doesn't matter. Every one of them is taught the basic elements of being able to survive, meaning that you adapt to your environment, you overcome any obstacles that are there, and then you move forward. You don't have a choice in the matter. It's what you will do if you want to live. So we're taught that. Everybody that's had training knows. You adapt to your situation, you overcome any obstacles that are in your way, and you move forward. And that's what we will do as a family. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Bernie dropped out. We're down to Biden. Let's get that out on the table here. Some people are not happy about it. Well, I guess we're just going to have to deal with it, but we have to adapt to our environment. We have to adapt to a situation. We have to overcome things. And we have to move forward. That's the key. We leave nobody behind, and we move forward. And that's what we as a party, that's what we as a family have to do. And that doesn't mean that there's not disagreement and stuff, but I ask that this family treat each other kindly in their words. You can disagree on policy all you want. Let's try to not be personal with things. This is going to be a trying time. I said it in my video the other day, and if anybody did not already know by my desires in life on universal health care, on the future of our country and college, and you knew who I supported. And during the primary, I voted for Bernie Sanders because that's the America I want to envision. That's the one where everybody's taken care of, where all boats rise, where there's no homelessness, and it's not going to be cured overnight by anybody. But that's the long dream, the long haul. And we can only do that as one. E pluribus unum, baby. We march forward as one, and we can overcome these odds. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because it's important. And it's important to me, and it's important to this family that we have built over 3 years now. I just want it to be treated like family, baby. Try to love everybody and put up with the potato salad, whatever potato salad they bring. Just grin and eat it and say, well, it needs a little mustard or something, but it's fine, Aunt Martha. Anyway, now I'm just rattling on. I'm looking to see if anybody is going to claim who came up with the. I don't know. Dennis, did you send me a computer?
I would love to claim that, but it wasn't me.
I'm just going to go down the freaking list of everybody. You know, I'm just going to start taking, Carrie Thompson and Candy too. I'm just going to start asking everybody. Are you the one? Anyway, Dennis, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, John.
Good. Good.
I wanted to get something off my chest real quick, though.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Cut loose.
I was talking to Tammy Ames last night about masks, and she's hooking me up. And
Nana Lovely.
My wife and I, and my dad, who still refuses to stay home, even though he's diabetic and all that stuff.
Stick a mask on him.
Yeah. So
make sure.
I mentioned to her that I've been trying to keep a low profile social media wise, just because there's so much information on top of information, on top of opinion, on top of, he said, she said, this,
right.
that. And it's all causing people to go in a panic. They don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah. So I just made a conscious decision to tune it out. I try to take what I know and make the best of it. As far as my family, keeping them safe, not going out.
Right.
But it's just it's I'm gonna quote a show. If you ever seen the Saturday Night Live's Debbie Downer.
Oh yes. Wah wah wah.
Yeah. So it just like ruins your day. I mean, we kind of have a blessing in disguise, being that we get to spend time with our families. You don't have to be away and doing, hustle and bustle of just trying to survive right now.
And I commend you for it, because that's the way I prefer to look at it. It is to look at it as an opportunity and not a prison sentence. You have the time, to be at home and be with family.
I would be remiss to say that I was okay. Over the past, ever since it started, I probably have Travis level anxiety.
That's not good.
You mean I'm not alone?
That's not good.
Yeah,
hey, it comes in handy sometimes.
It does.
I've been trying to stay, sit in the background and listen to other people's opinions, and I love that other people have gotten more vocal lately. It makes me feel like we're actually making a difference since all this has happened. I've noticed a lot more people in the blue room when shows aren't even on. A lot more people.
Yeah.
And a lot more people.
There were a lot of them in there last night. It was a lively conversation last night. I enjoyed it tremendously.
So I know there's other people out there that probably, don't want to admit it, but it's a scary time, but we're all going through the same thing together. So that's why I've kind of been remiss as in coming to every single show, because I don't want people to see me kind of down and bring the herd mentality down, I guess.
Right.
But I just want to be supportive and let people know that it's okay. And we're going to all share this and come out of the tunnel okay on the other side. We just gotta help our fellow man.
We do.
Beautifully said, man.
It is. That is good. This young.
We have to stay united.
It is. That's true, Diana. And that's Diana Mallory. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and I would love to take credit for that, but I did not do it.
You didn't do it?
Oh, I know who did it.
I didn't do it, honey.
You know who did it?
I know who did it.
Who did
I
it?
don't.
Well, you can ask him yourself. Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf, did you do this shit? We're going down the freaking list, buddy. You're third down here on the freaking list. Lone Wolf, did you do this?
Do I ain't prove? You can't prove a thing.
No, I got your chat thing.
Step one, we got to check that thing for bugs and.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know this thing
buddy,
you
can
posted
tap
in
this.
the chat. The thing he posted in the chat, I can show it to Dad really quick.
Where is it at?
We know that's accurate.
Refurbished Dell with Intel. We know that.
I appreciate you putting that into your comments, so I know for sure you were the one who did it.
Lone Wolf, thank you very much. We can't say Travis cannot say thank you enough. And I can't say thank you enough because that means that this little MacBook over here is going to be facing me. And I'm going to take all these little notes and shit and put them away.
John, does this mean we're going to see maybe a fishing stream?
Fishing
Actually,
stream? You're
yeah.
going to see me down in the freaking shop again? You're going to see me all over the place again because I haven't been allowed to touch anything. Since all this has been set up, I'm not allowed to touch. Yeah. Lone Wolf, you don't know what you did, buddy. You did a whole lot. You did a whole lot. And we thank you very much. It's things like that. I'm looking right at it now. Forever, it's going to be, well, right there, it's behind the camel. That has got a $7 bill sitting there right next to it. That computer.
There goes my phone.
It was a faint comment made about 3 weeks ago. And I said, well, there ain't no sense to me trying to talk to him about it because we'll just argue back and forth about what you want. So I said, well, okay.
Yeah, you would.
I found this one, and the price was right, and it'll do the job. Take it. I'm a computer systems engineer, and now you can make it do what
he already lifted up the top. He done pulled the lid open and opened it up and looking down at the motherboard. Oh, look, there's an empty slot. We can put something right there. He's already got plans going.
So it's a blank canvas, and you can paint it any way you want.
It is indeed a blank canvas. That was one of the things that Travis was so tickled about is it didn't because even before he plugged it in, he said, "Oh, I hope it's not loaded up with a bunch of shit." And sure enough, shit. He turned it on, not a thing.
That's always my step one on computers is make sure if there was any kind of third-party stuff, take it off. And that's when I was like, wait, really? Man.
It is clean.
Great.
So he gets to play with it.
Yeah. That's going to be my project for the weekend.
Hey, it's got what, 2
terabytes of
space. 2 terabytes of hard drive. So that's
we can
a
actually
lot
start
of
archiving
space.
our shows if we wanted to.
Yeah, and he's already over there telling me, oh, now we can take sound bites because it's Windows and go right into the show. Well, Lone Wolf, we thank you so much. SC, how are you? I don't want to forget everybody's here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Doing good.
Florida under
Hanging
control?
in there. I can't give you a straight answer on that. I know my ass is in the house.
There you go.
I know I'm under control.
There you go.
It's getting 2 days. It's also starting to get hot. Shit.
It is indeed
hot here today too.
It's been getting warm down here. I went out and worked in the garden a little bit, and that was it. I started sweating, and I was back in the house for a little while. Mama.
Did you guys get bad storms?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Coming this evening.
Yeah.
We're holding our breath right now to hope we make it through the show without connection issues.
There's rain coming. It's headed towards us, so yeah, we're gonna get it.
It's supposed to be worse this weekend, from what I'm hearing. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. And
I was watching the weather.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he didn't forget me.
Oh shit. No, I'm just making you wait till last because I ain't got my powdered eggs yet. That's all. That's not true, TW.
You won't get them for like about at least a week because I'm out.
A week? Are they going to go bad?
My place right now. Well, no, I'm out in my place right now, and I'm
just kidding about the powdered eggs. But are you moved in?
Well, I got a lot moved in. I've just got a couple things I got to go back for. I'm supposed to get a pod and put furniture in, and then I'm back out here permanently.
Outstanding. Life gets simpler. You know, Marcia was just telling me the other day she walked outside and was looking at the old RV, which ain't fit to roll anywhere anymore. But in looking at it, that's a 26-foot RV that we lived in for so long. And tight quarters, but it was a happy little place. And speaking of which, to answer Dennis, what do you do when you don't want to be Debbie Downer? I don't know how anybody else can handle it. I know how I handle it. And I almost like tried to train myself to do this over 3 years of getting highly pissed off and exploding on a video. And nowadays, when I come in here and I do my rant, and I'm all cooked up and all that shit, and I turn that camera off. I just get up and go out that door, and I start singing. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. Or it's just some song that's in my head. Doesn't matter, but I try to bring myself out of that real quick. And I make others around me because I'm singing to them. I
usually load the bowl and sit down.
Yeah, well, some of us, are so inclined to do such. I'm not. I'm not that kind of.
Indeed, you're not.
Now, I might be on for a while, but once they call dinner,
That's
they haven't called dinner
Yeah.
yet. I think she's been yelling at me, but I have my headphones on and I can't hear. So.
Oh, shit. Don't miss dinner.
But
no, I do. I try to bring myself out of this, at the atmosphere I'm in when I'm doing my rant. Because it is from the heart, and I am pissed off. It's not an act I go through. This is just something that and I get tongue-tied, and I get mad, and just.
There was a comment someone made a long time ago. They weren't quite liking our live show, and they asked, can Dad just, do rants 5 days a week or 7 days a week like he used to?
7 days a week.
And
for the
I'm
first
like,
year.
no, because I actually worry about Dad's health, because sometimes, he'll get mad anyway, but the idea where you have to capture it on tape, and it's like, man, that I know that's not healthy, so it's one of those things where, we're consistent. Living with Dad, you get
Which
mad,
I'm glad you do.
You get mad daily at things, but you really bring it out. This is kind of the way, you've said it before, you vent here. This is where you vent.
do.
That was the point of the show from the very beginning, before it was even a show. It was just one video. So, but other than that, I get it too, and that's why I don't really post political shit or get into politics at all after when the show's off. Like, I don't go to social media and post about it anymore, because I fear about being the Debbie Downer. This shit scares me on a daily basis. It has been before the virus ever took place, because things are just getting that bad. But, it is trying to find... since Rose has been home, for example, we just hang out, talk goals with, our art projects and all that other stuff, and try to keep level-minded, because right now, at this point, there's nothing we can do except sit here and try
And
to
rant.
and rant. Or in our case, lately we've been watching just old animes and playing video games when we can, apart from like working on music and stuff. But I get you on not wanting to be a Debbie Downer, because you feel like it's so important to talk about, right? All the shit's important to talk about. Yes. But at the same time, God, is it so depressing, and
it gets aggravating. It gets aggravating.
That's why I stay away from the news a lot. I'd rather come on here and listen to people's point of views and hear what's going on than have to turn on the same old news cycle over and over. You got to for 3 years there. I was heavy into it. I was like, I'm watching all the time, but it
Real
just
quick.
got
24/7.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Before this scrolls off, Miss Nomad has repeated a message in chat saying confirmed cases aboard
4.
the USS Theodore Roosevelt, Carl Vinson, Nimitz, and Ronald Reagan.
All 4 aircraft carriers with COVID on.
I've been on the USS Nimitz.
Have you been on the Nimitz? Nice ship.
Yes.
Nice ship.
Yep, a floating city.
It is indeed. There's about 5,000 people on those ships. They're massive cities with everything a city would have on it is in there. I stay away from those things. I landed my airplanes on land. It's a city right there. That's where I liked it. But
my ex-husband was on the USS. Now it goes with Piedmont.
In Piedmont, the Piedmont.
He was on the USS Piedmont, and he was stationed in Norfolk, in dry dock, for 2 years, and we lived in Norfolk. 1977 to 1979.
Is that right?
Wow.
Boy, howdy shit. I know exactly what Norfolk looked like. Then I preferred California out there. Was more my lifestyle. I liked it out there. I was plumb disappointed. Actually, we just had that discussion on the in the Blue Room yesterday. For some reason, I rattled off a story and everybody listened to it about my first trip overseas and everything. But yeah. Like I said, you adapt to your surroundings.
But see, like there, what you just mentioned though, like y'all had a conversation in the Blue Room, or we had a conversation in the Blue Room. You know, that's the good thing about this show, because even though it's mixed medium, you know, we do talk random stuff, we talk politics and all that other stuff, but you have the choice. Like Dennis, you know, it's okay you're not here all the time. That's the good thing about it, is you can choose when you want to subject yourself to these potential topics. You know, you don't have to flood yourself with it. You can just come in whenever you want. I mean, that's how I go about it.
I've been seeing a couple new people in the Blue Room too.
Yes.
I'm looking now. I mean, is anybody ever Cat Daddy? Has he been
no.
before?
Cat Daddy, I don't recognize. Neither do I recognize Jen. Well, wait, Jen Sick.
Yeah, he was.
I think he's been here. I think they've been here before.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some more people in just a second.
New one, Gabby.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cruise, but I will meet you guys in the Blue Room later.
Alrighty, TW.
Alrighty, TW. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
You bet. And for those in our Facebook family and our YouTube family, if you get Discord, we're more than happy to have you come into the Blue Room anytime. There's usually a conversation going on in there. As a matter of fact, I think it was Tina that said we ought to record the Blue Room chat and upload it as a podcast, because
oh my gosh,
it gets lively in there. The conversation really gets good, and you know, the more the merrier we look at it. So download Discord and come on in, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's it, Lone Wolf. I won't talk about your baloney anymore.
Yeah, they even talk about Lone Wolf's baloney in there. I'm telling you, man. Gets a little racy in there sometime. My ass comes up often.
They were talking about TW's hose earlier.
Oh, no, we're talking about TW's hose now. See, there you go, baby. And if you're thinking shit, get your mind out of the gutter there.
Johnny,
we're a family-orientated show. What are you doing under there?
The power cable came off.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
We lost the power cable.
We have a 34% battery.
Oh, shit.
That's why I didn't want you to do anything.
Well. Well, it's too late now.
Oh, I'm glad I left my mic on so everybody can hear that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Lone Wolf, you couldn't come in fast enough with that computer, man. Oh.
I'm telling you. You
That's
just made
quality entertainment.
It was a feeling I had to act upon, and so I did.
Boy, howdy.
Okay.
Now he's backed away with his hands up in the air.
I'm just making sure
nothing
got unplugged. Ooh. Okay. Well, that was an adventure.
There you go. Live. Where else are you going to find such fine entertainment?
If I don't ever have to crawl under that desk again, I'll be happy.
But no, it was the I was sitting in there at the table, Mama, at the dining room table. That's where we sit. I got my iPad there checking out all the shit, and all of a sudden the dogs started yapping. Well, the dogs don't yap unless there's somebody there. Well, shit, somebody got to go look up at the door. All right, go look out the door and look out there and say, oh, shit. It's a FedEx truck, and they done left a big old freaking box down here at the bottom of my stairs. Thank you so much.
Christmas morning.
You hear all that?
Yes, I do hear all that.
We're lagging here on the computer. Hang on, it's
Y'all
because
just sounded like a bunch of aliens to me.
Yeah. Oh boy, hopefully this won't. Worst comes to worst, y'all. I'm gonna have to boot everything down and turn it back on because here I'll show Dad just so. Look at our feed.
Oh, that ain't good.
No, it ain't.
Oh, look at there. I can act like a robot. Do.
Yeah, you know what, y'all? We're going to reboot this thing and see